everybody. I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel.
Come along with us as we spend the next 2 days in Venice, Italy.
Let's get lost in Venice. Let's go.
Here we go. Well, we had intentions of taking the water bus, but then this gentleman offered to do the water taxi. Cost a bit more money, but man, was that awesome.
That was awesome.
What's your first impressions of Venice?
It brought me to tears. It's amazing. It's so pretty.
It is so pretty. And then there's our taxi just backing up.
It's truly like water streets. There's even stoplights.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I sound so small town, but I'm so impressed.
Yeah, it's amazing. And our hotel is right here along the water. Yes. Hotel Bucantoro. If you're a fan of mispronunciations, you're gonna love this vlog. If you're not, I'm sorry.
You can correct us.
We'll work on it by just coming to Italy more often.
That's true.
But we're gonna go ahead and get checked in.
You were right.
Yes,
We are
right next to the Naval Museum. So if you are looking for it on a map, that's where we are. And we can actually just walk straight down this way to St. Mark's Square.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should go check in.
Yeah, let's go. All right, we just checked in. I'll save the room tour for a little bit later, but this room was about 500. Was it 500 US?
Yes.
Yeah, right about 500 US for 2 days. We are here on a Monday and Tuesday, flying out on Wednesday. And yeah, that's a view of St. Mark's Square right there. Love it. We're gonna try to find something to eat and drink. Stay a little bit closer right now. We do have some tickets to go to St. Mark's and the Doge's Palace tomorrow. So we're definitely gonna get there, but we're gonna just try to find the best food for today. And get lost. That's the thing to do in Venice, get lost. When you're in Venice, they say Ciccheti is what you need, and luckily they got some English for us to know what we're ordering, but cream codfish is supposed to be the one for sure. We're gonna get a variety of these, maybe some pizza, maybe some beers. We are actually no more than like 2 blocks away from our hotel, and there's a whole row of restaurants down that way. We almost missed this place, but it's Al Vecchio Calice.
Not almost.
It's starting off with 2 Moretti's. We have some pizza and Ciccheti coming.
Yes.
We could not find a sign for this, by the way. Yes, Rachel was correct. We totally walked by this place a couple times. But you can see where we are if you wanted to repeat this trip. We're just across the bridge, and here is Via Garibaldi. Ciccheti. So there is a bunch of, you can find these small bites. They're just on a piece of toast, and they put a variety of items on it. So we ended up, I'm not sure whether this is the anchovy or the sardine or this. Either way, I would guess this is the anchovy, this is the sardine, this is the prawn, and then this is the whipped cod. Whipped cod.
Whipped cod. Who knew?
Yeah,
we needed
who
that
knew?
in our lives.
But we are gonna try these out.
The Venetians knew we needed
Yes.
whipped cod in our lives.
Dang right they did. Do you want to take a bite on camera?
Of the whipped cod?
Yes. The people want to see.
You want me to take a bite without any prepping of it.
You can do this. That's the best way.
It looks like there's lemon right in there.
Good. I hope so.
Again, Venetians knew we needed this in our lives, and I did not.
It's actually really good.
It is. There's like an initial kind of, you can tell, well, I can't really tell because we bought 4 fish ones. It's really good.
Nice.
Like I just want to.
All right, I'll do it. That good. All right, so Rachel said that hers was freaking fabulous.
It was so good.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and do, I believe that this is a sardine, and you can see some onions on it. I'm losing napkins. Just one bite.
Well, yeah, one bite, everyone knows the rules. I think that's actually how you're supposed to eat them, because you technically should have like toothpicks in some of them. It is a very common thing. And it is also very common to order like one or two and then order more. So.
A little bit fishy.
Okay.
It is fish.
Yeah.
I like the onions and the balsamic that goes on it, though. Like, I'm not gonna not eat it.
Right.
And I'm not gonna not order it again. Just for the heck of it. Should I eat this anchovy one?
Is that what you think that one is?
I'm saying so. And it looks like there's some cheese on it.
Yeah.
Because I want some cheese.
I will tell you, these cold beers taste delicious too. The bread's a little crunchier than I would normally like, but I actually enjoy it. It holds up well to the stuff on top.
So that fish is definitely smoked.
Oh, okay.
Which I like it. It gives it a nice little texture, but then whatever this whip stuff is, I'm good with this.
Let's keep eating.
All right, we are headed to beers number 2 and also course number 2. This is Nduja. Some spicy salami, which I believe is like almost like a spicy salami mash mush
Paste.
Paste. There it is. Do you know what that sauce is, or what the white is?
Looking it up. Oh, burrata. Fresh burrata. He thinks I'm lying, but it's true.
All right, so it has tomato, mozzarella, spicy salami paste, and burrata cheese.
I told you it was burrata.
Yes, Rachel did say it was burrata.
20 hours of leavening on the pizza crust.
20 hours of leavening. We are gonna oh my God, it's hot.
I'm sure it's
I'm not ready for it, but it looks delicious. All right, one piece in. That is spicy. Very spicy.
So spicy.
Good thing you got the burrata to try to cool it down a little bit. We also see some olive oil, some basil. The crust is very crisp.
Like, I just want to keep eating.
Very crisp.
It's
like,
so tasty.
And it's airy, delicious.
Oh.
Check out how airy this crust is. That is beautiful. And yeah, the Nduja is hot, hot, hot.
I told you it was so spicy.
Super spicy. Good thing the burrata's on there, but it's still really hot.
It's so spicy.
For such a tiny dollop. Amarena and pistachio. All right, lunch was great. We got about half a block and it was too hot, so we're gonna stop and get some gelato.
That's right.
Amarena and pistachio. Love it.
Love it.
All right, so just a couple 100 meters away, honestly, like one bridge over, and you can start seeing a mass of people as we get closer to St. Mark's Square. Lots of souvenirs starting to pop up, restaurants, but we're just like walking right across, or right along the water side. All right, it is about 2:30 in the afternoon, and this bridge I can tell is going to be where a bunch of people are taking video of Bridge of Sighs, which was the bridge that prisoners would take before they go into prison, and they get their last glimpse of Venice. Right there it is. So we're hoping to get a better video and picture point tomorrow morning when there's not as many tourists around. You can see this is definitely one of the highlight spots that people are at. All around the square you'll find fancy shops, restaurants, cafes, all kind of just going on the outside here. And check this out. God, that is remarkable. We're gonna go inside tomorrow. We have tickets. We don't want to rush anything on day one. And then you got a Italian band playing La Bamba. So just on the other side of St. Mark's Square, we're hoping to have a Bellini at the home of the Bellini, Harry's Bar. All right, so we had a Bellini at the birthplace of the Bellini at Harry's Bar. It's 22 euros
A piece.
It's a small portion, very small bar. It tastes good. I don't know that I would do it again though.
I bet you we could find a cheaper Bellini somewhere else in Venice.
I bet we could. And yeah, so we're gonna go searching for more stuff.
That's right.
As we kept walking further away from St. Mark's Square down the alley of extremely expensive shops, we came across this church. There is a statue
On the inside that replicates or depicts when Moses received the Ten Commandments. One of the coolest iconic pieces of this church.
Yeah, unfortunately you cannot film or take pictures inside of there, so you'll just have to come see it, but it's huge.
Huge.
Beautiful. And while we're here, this is where the boys hang out. All the gondolier boys. So on our way back, we found a happy hour where we could get Bellini for 4 of them for the price of 1 at Harry's Bar.
Yeah.
So in protest, we're doing 4 Bellinis each.
And not walking back.
Yeah. Actually, we're going to go with some Aperol Spritz to start out. This is Darabotto. All right. Look at the size of this thing. This is at least double what that Bellini was at Harry's Bar. And it's
Double my ass. It was like triple.
And it's
that thing was so little.
It actually is more refreshing too. So it's super hot.
Cheers.
Happy to have it. All right, we are back at our room. It was quite hot. We decided that we will go ahead and come back to the room for a little bit and then head back out. I did want to give a room tour though. This is on wide angle lens, so don't go thinking that this is a large room, but it is very nice. Over here you do have a setup for tea and I think some instant coffee. Spot for luggage. It is a queen size bed, I'd say. There is a little bit of space on both sides, just like this. There is a safe in the room. They do have AC. And then in the bathroom, it's very pretty. They've got a bidet, a toilet, all your amenities. Cool looking shower. They do have lights that I didn't realize I didn't turn on, but Rachel's good at that. So cool looking. Long mirror. But really what we were happy about the most, one, it's very clean, one, it's very nice, neat. But we can easily find our way. We definitely saw people who were walking through narrow walkways, narrow alleyways, going up and over bridges with their suitcases And oh boy, did that seem awful. So the good thing is, if you don't do a water taxi like we happened to, we ended up splurging for it. There is a public bus or vaporetto that is right across the bridge that you can get to, and we're going to actually take that to go back to the airport in 2 days. But it's easy access to public transit, great view, fantastic location, little outside of the mess of the tourists, but this is our room. All right, so we did figure out that it's actually both of these buildings is the hotel, which kind of makes sense because that one is super tiny over there. But we are this very top one. Cool. I don't know if this yacht's always here, but it's badass. All right, so after being out in the sun for a while, we needed to go back, refresh.
Yeah.
Took a quick nap.
Cool off a little bit.
Yes, we needed to cool off a lot, actually. But we actually have a nice dinner planned. I did do some research on TripAdvisor for both our lunch and our dinner, so hopefully we're going to bring you some good food.
Let's go.
All right, we are settling in for a fancy dinner tonight. Got a bottle of wine over here. Here is our bread. It's like, it feels like a cracker on the outside, but I bet
These
it's
are
not.
like breadsticks.
Yeah, peel that off for me. Oh, very nice. All right, for our opener, we are doing a burrata salad. You can see there's some cherry tomatoes on there.
I would say it's a burrata snowman.
Yes, that's a burrata snowman with a little parsley up top. I don't know what these are, but it looks beautiful. And it's a lot of cheese. That's the way to do it. So they do bring you some olive oil and some balsamic, which we go ahead and put on top of it. It is amazing. The tomatoes are so fresh, so sweet. The burrata is possibly the best cheese I've ever eaten in my life.
Agreed.
All right, so we heard that black pasta is the way to go. And this one is cuttlefish, which is a classic here in Venice. Gonna be interesting. Have you had black pasta before?
I don't believe so.
Well, don't look at her teeth after this one.
Smells delicious.
And then I ended up going with the carbonara, and he is off to get us some cheese, which I'm sure that's gonna look delicious.
It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments.
Alright, you already probably saw this getting taken apart, but this is a sea bass, potatoes, tomatoes, olives, deboned at the table. Alright, dessert courses here. Went with the tiramisu and the pistachio souffle. Oh my god, it's so melty. That looks delicious.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So we ended up crashing pretty hard last night. I think the heat and then just like getting into town kind of took a bit out of us, and we kind of went a little slow, just got our bearings and food.
Yeah. Oh, we got some food.
But today we're gonna see some more stuff. We are up early. It is 6:30. The sun is not up yet, but it is gonna come soon, it looks like.
It feels like it's going to be another warm one.
Yes, but it feels much better right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll stay hydrated and succeed at the day. We are going to do the Doge's Palace and St. Mark's Square. We're also hoping to go get a nice view of that church over there.
Oh yeah, we're also going to check out the Rialto Bridge and eat as much as we can in our last day in Venice.
Definitely get a much better view of St. Mark's in the morning. It is just before 7 o'clock and there is hardly anybody around. Just pigeon guy. But look at this. Not a lot of people. It is much cooler. So before the sun hits, that's my recommendation to get here. It's so beautiful. And then that guy's hammering. All right, so we didn't talk too much about dinner last night because we were tired.
It was a long day yesterday.
Yes, but I thought that the food was great.
It was amazing.
Definitely recommend it, and it's kind of off. It's less of a tourist area.
Yeah.
The service was awesome. The food was great. What was your favorite thing you ate?
Mine was the squidding pasta. I really enjoyed it. I mean, the fish was great. Your pasta was great. Even our salad was delicious.
Yes. And the pistachio
dessert,
souffle. Yeah, I said I couldn't really pick a favorite bite.
Yeah.
The pistachio souffle, both pastas, even the salad. The fish was good. I do like a good crispy skin on it.
But that butter sauce on that was, I don't know what it was, but it was so comforting and delicious.
And if you like fresh fish, it's hard to go wrong. Yeah. It was a hearty meal. Honestly, you didn't even need to get the pastas, but
we did.
We're in Italy. We're supposed to. Yeah. But it was delicious. Hopefully we can have just as good of food today.
That's right.
It is 7. Oh man, I thought that was a person. Nope, just that seagull. It is 7:48 in the morning, and it's time to get some coffee.
It's starting to pick up too.
Yeah, it definitely started to get busier and busier. We've been in not the most tourist areas so far, but it's been just a peaceful walk through the city. But we're gonna try to grab a little bite to eat to get some energy to keep going today. All right, for a little over €6, we got 2 cappuccinos, 2 croissants, one with chocolate, one with pistachio at Le Cafe. All right, a couple tips as far as like what you should be bringing with you when you are taking a walk in a lot of European cities we're seeing.
Yeah, we found it in almost every spot we've been in.
Yeah, carry along with you the €1 coin and the 50-cent coin.
Mainly, if you have to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
The public restrooms at least charge. You can obviously use the restrooms in restaurants and whatnot if you purchase it. I feel that you have to purchase. I don't know if that's true, but I feel you have to purchase.
I think you should, and they probably prefer it. So anytime you're grabbing a coffee or you're eating lunch, grabbing a drink, you should try to use the restroom there. Otherwise, you're probably going to be paying for it. The other is that they don't give you water.
No.
Typically, it's not like tap water like you get in the United States.
Yeah, I think that has been a big change for us, but you can get pretty large, like liter and liter and a half for small amounts of euro.
Yeah, it's definitely ranged. I think the cheapest we saw was in the Greek Isles was like 80 euro cents. And here it's been like 250 for most of the places I've seen though.
But here too, and Josh can put in a clip now, you can actually find little public places to refill your water.
Yeah, they're not everywhere though, and I don't know where they're at. Yeah. So I know we said it yesterday also, but like one of the big things that they say you should do in Venice is just get lost. And so we have a map, but we have not pulled it out today. We've just been kind of going from alley to street to bridge.
To square?
Yeah. To like, I think it's a piazza. But we have a general idea of where we're headed.
And now there's a sign that says.
Yes, we are trying to head to Rialto Bridge. But yeah, we just have a general idea. We want to go left on the map, straight up. Yeah. But there's so many side streets and stuff that the maps aren't even fully up to date. So it'd be very hard to like go off of a map. So just have a little bit more time and enjoy yourself. So one interesting thing, because you can't get trucks in and out of these streets, people are running up and down with carts. You can see this is a garbage. So the person takes the carts, goes into the streets and alleys, and then they have to bring it to the boat. I think it's very cool. And there you go, they just dumped it. So if you are looking for a public restroom in Venice, keep an eye out for WC. We don't know where this one's at, but
Last one
yeah, look at that. There's some signs that you can follow. Just remember, bring your coins. All right, I think we found Rialto. The good thing is there's either a sign that says St. Mark's one direction or Rialto another direction. A lot of times if you just keep walking, so you'll eventually find it. And here is the Grand Canal. Here's some of the rates for a gondola ride. We're hoping to do one. Looks like 35 minutes at night tour. 100 euros for that. 30 minutes during the daytime, 80 euros. As I was talking about earlier, there's always a sign for Rialto per San Marco. Those are going to be the big areas that you're looking for to give you an idea of where you are. There's the trifecta of signs. Alright, we are wandering. Alright, had to stop. Got a pistachio cannoli, a lemon cannoli. And this is like a
Orange ricotta.
orange ricotta, like a lobster tail.
Yeah, it's heavy.
And this is just like in a random little area. This, yeah, 550 euro. All right, it is time.
Time for the gondolas.
Yes, we are headed for the gondolas. We're gonna do it on the Grand Canal. It's 10 a.m.
It's gonna be warm.
It'll be warm, but it's gonna be lovely, I'm sure. We got sunglasses.
We have sunglasses.
All right, so there were two options. 80 euros is to basically just do Grand Canal, go up and down, and see go under the Rialto Bridge. But we chose to do the 120 option, which does that as well as goes through the neighborhoods as well. So a little bit longer version, but you only get to do it once, right?
Right, once in a lifetime.
Yes.
Crowded places, feel it sinking in. Lonely faces, say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more inhibition, I'll show you I care. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights, I know. Getting high, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you. I'll stay beside you. I'm never letting you go. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights, I know. But I will guide you home. But I will guide you home. But I will guide you home.
All right, so we just got off a gondola here in Venice, and I will tell you, it's well worth the experience. It was about 30 minutes. We did have an option of doing a shorter ride or the longer ride. We chose the longer ride simply because you're in Venice, and why not? I do believe it's like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but it's well worth it.
Yes, and it was 120 for daytime, which we figure probably would have been pushing like 150 or so at night.
Yeah, because automatically it's 20 euros more after 7 p.m., so
Yeah, but once in a lifetime, well worth it.
well worth it.
All right, just on the other side of the Rialto Bridge, this has been voted number 1 quick bite in Venice. So sandwich time. All right, 29 euros. And look at the size of these things.
Like the size of my head.
It was,
so big.
yeah, the bread just came out of the oven to stay warm. I ended up with salami. I added mozzarella, and then I've got pecorino cream and artichoke sauce.
And mine is olives, spread, cooked ham, and then mozzarella as well. And then
mixed
some
greens.
salad on top.
Yes. Very excited. Let's bite.
Bye. That's a good sandwich.
I'm just gonna keep it together. The bread's really good. Gonna get into this meat though. All right, we don't stop for sandwiches too often, but something like this you definitely should do. And we actually got 2 things of wine with this, and this was a total of 29 euros. And so if you're in the Rialto area, anytime after 11 a.m., I would say check it out. All right, the verdict is in. Freaking awesome. Definitely come try it out. We were here right at opening, which was 11 o'clock. All right, on our way to St. Mark's Square, we found this awesome candy shop. Grabbed a couple licorices. I thought the coolest thing was the fake dentures.
No, but look at these mallows. Like, those are
Yeah. If you're really into marshmallow, there is some beautiful ones.
It's just cool. And you just put on a plastic glove and help yourself.
Yep, that's great.
Oh, look at that, Josh.
Oh, chocolate fountains. You will not go hungry in Venice. There is eateries everywhere. Sweets and savory. My God, we almost died to that bird. All right, if you remember what it looked like at 6:45 this morning, this is now St. Mark's Square at 12 noon. If you want less people, come earlier. All right, we are headed to our tour. We are doing skip the line through Get Your Guide for Doge's Palace and St. Mark's Cathedral. It was $272 US. So let's hope that gets something. It says it's about 3.5 hours long.
I hope it actually gets us skipping the line.
Yeah,
because that line was long.
Yeah, we saw the line as we were headed back to the hotel around noon. It was really long. We did go chill out for a little bit. The heat is once again very intense. You'll find people in the side streets simply finding shade. Yeah, like any shade you can get into, people are gonna be standing in right now. Very hot, but hopefully it'll be okay.
Important to go to Venice. That is the power. Anyway, between the most important represented squares of the city of Venice is like that. It's incredible. And you can see with
Just finished up in St. Mark's. We are now headed to Doge's Palace. It's actually just Rachel and I with the guide. There were actually 3 other people with us for St. Mark's, but now it'll be a private tour. All right, we just got back to our room, cooled off a bit, showered.
Yeah,
felt great.
Feels great.
I know people are probably tired of hearing this, but August
hot.
in Venice is super hot.
Yeah.
Even the locals are talking about how hot it is. So St. Mark's, what'd you think about that?
Man, I think I called it a cathedral in the beginning, but it's technically the St. Mark's Basilica. It's stunning.
Yes.
It is
beautiful.
Stunning. And there's a storyline to the outside of it, we had a guide, which was very helpful, because as Josh and I've talked about it, you can learn this stuff, you can research it yourself, but having someone explain it to you, their point of view from it, it just really, it just resonates with me a lot easier than me trying to read it and then go look at it. So I enjoyed that part of it.
And the great thing about it was, like, so St. Mark's, there were 5 of us in the group.
Yeah.
When we went to Doge's Palace, it was just us.
Just us.
So initially, when we realized how much we spent on this tour, I think Rachel was kind of thinking I overspent, but
yeah, I was kind of
I felt
a little
great
panicked.
about it at the end.
I agree, but at the beginning I was like, how much did you pay for this? And it ended up being perfect, because I was also nervous when we went to Athens. On our tour, we said something about skip the line in for here, and she's like, good luck with that. So the line was super long and I was worried, but we really did skip the line.
Yeah.
We didn't wait to get into either
No
one.
line to worry about.
Yeah.
St. Mark's was beautiful. My favorite, though, was Doge's Palace.
It was so cool.
Yes.
The history in that is amazing.
Yeah, and that's where having the guide, and it really ended up being a personalized experience. Thank you to Susie.
Yes.
I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but you were awesome.
She was amazing.
She just answered every question. She is always kind of like talking us through the pieces of art, talking us through what each room was used for, talking us through like the Venetian history. That's the kind of reason why, like, and we said this in our Athens video, like, I do want to have a personalized guide, or I want to have a guide for at least one tour in Europe when I'm doing it. If I'm doing a multi-city kind of thing. Absolutely. Or a multi-day in a city kind of thing. I think that it was so beneficial to have.
Yeah, and I think one of the coolest parts, and I didn't realize it until we were walking through. So you walk through Doge's Palace and learn all that history, and then she made a comment about, and walk through the Bridge of Sighs, and I was like, whatever. No, literally walk through the Bridge of Sighs into the prison, see those cells, and then experience what people experienced as their last moment.
The prison was bigger than I expected it to be.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't able to take videos or
No.
pictures with flash.
I would say go through it.
Take the time. Our tour was long. It was almost 4 hours.
It was almost 4 hours,
Yeah.
but I loved it. And honestly, like the 2 hours in Doge's Palace, loved it.
It was
absolutely loved it.
well worth the time.
Totally worth the money. It is on getyourguide.com. That is what we ended up doing for Athens as well. Very much enjoyed it.
Agreed.
We are going to go have one final dinner.
And maybe find some souvenirs.
Yes. Let's go. All right, for dinner, we are headed. This is a little bit more of a locals area. It's where we were for our first meal. But we're going to try some pasta.
All right, so we picked up the Diavolo pizza as an appetizer. This thing is more than an appetizer.
That is big.
It's a big old pizza.
Oh my God, it's hot.
And it's hot. And then they brought us some fried potatoes.
Yeah. This is a good start.
Good start.
All right, so those potatoes didn't come to us. They were not supposed to be ours. But the pizza is. All right, for the main course, we are carb loading for our flight home tomorrow. I went with this carbonara, which you can hopefully see how large that portion is. Check this out. That's against a bottle of wine right there. It's nice and big. What'd you get?
I went with a gnocchi with pesto. It looks delicious. And I
does
only
look
went with
delicious.
this because we had gnocchi with cheese yesterday? I don't
one
know
of
what
these
day
days,
it was.
yeah.
But anyhow, and it was so heavy, but it was so delicious. So I wanted to hopefully lighten it up.
Yes.
We'll see how that works.
So pasta it is, and we're out of wine. But it was good. Italian wine. Ciao bella. All right, so we are now at the airport here in Venice. Last night's dinner was good. It was a nice cheap meal if you're looking for some wine and some pizza.
It was good.
Portions were huge. It was about 65 euros total.
And the service was phenomenal.
Yes.
They were so much fun.
But now we did end up getting to the airport on the Ali Laguna water bus. It took about an hour to get to the airport from our hotel. It was 15 euros per person, very easy to use.
Yeah, first time we've ever had to use a water taxi to get back to the airport.
Yeah, but we had a great time in Venice. We hope you enjoyed watching it with us. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. All our links are down below.
Thank you.